Fox 61, the Connecticut Office of the Arts, and the Connecticut Department of Education have partnered on the Connecticut Creative Futures.
Yeah, Connecticut is chock full of all sorts of talent across a variety of disciplines. With us now, happy to have us, Ashton Lally. She's a contemporary artist who focuses on manipulating oil and acrylics in each of her paintings. Of course, each one different than the last. And we can see some of them behind you. They look beautiful. Ashton, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
All right, what are we looking at behind you here? Why don't we just start with what we can see?
Absolutely, yes. So obviously the big one in the middle is a contemporary painting, but the smaller ones you'll see are cheese boards that I have done the same type of technique. It's called acrylic pouring on them to kind of make this beautiful, really platter. And then I resin over on top to make it food safe. So it's really multifunctional. It could be an art piece in your kitchen. You could have it out on display, but then you can use it, for cheese, charcuterie, kind of anything, desserts, whatever you want to have with this beautiful platter.
And that's really great because the charcuterie world has really just taken off. Anytime you go online, Instagram, at least for me, I'm getting all these incredible videos of how to do this with a charcuterie board, how to create this. It's just really fantastic. And I have to imagine it's just created this whole new market for you.
It has. It really kind of became something more for me during COVID. I'm an artist, I'm a painter, and then kind of when COVID hit, I thought, what can I do that's a little bit different from paintings that people would still want art and beauty in their lives, especially during COVID, but then something that's functional. So I had seen, similar types of charcuterie boards that were painted, but nothing really that was more of like an art piece that you could kind of keep it alone. So over COVID, this is kind of something that I wanted to do that was, something you can afford, but something that was still beautiful and kind of transformed my art into something that was more of something that you could buy and you could give as gifts. That's something that over the holidays has been super popular, but I've been fortunate to really connect with the community and also I'm sold in some of the stores in the community as well.
You're also involved with the West Hartford Art League. Why don't you tell us about that, what the organization does, what you do with them?
Yes, absolutely. So we are an art league in West Hartford that really has been working hard, especially the past couple of years, trying to just integrate ourselves within the community, what we can do to make the art awareness more important within the community. So we are trying to have events like right now, before the spring starts, we're having an art barrier contest where, I don't know if you guys have been in the center last summer, all juried artists have been picked and painted the barriers that were out in the center.
Yes.
So we're really trying to communicate to the town that we're here, we're art, and art can be so much more than just have to be in a gallery seeing a show. And then again, we're trying to involve younger kids too. We have amazing art classes for young kids. And then we're just trying to kind of start them from a young age and show them the kind of like the initiative that you guys have been talking about, the importance of art and what it can do, and that there's really no limitations in terms of what you're able to take with that.
I've seen those Jersey barriers that you're talking about. They are just really incredible, and it really adds so much to that area. It's neat to just drive through and see how it's changed and what the artists have been able to do there. It really is fantastic. I want to ask you, when you were growing up and realizing that you wanted to be an artist, what fostered what areas were fostered by your family, by friends, by teachers? And then what would you say to artists right now who are watching at home, wondering if they can make a career out of this, if they have a future?
Sure. Well, definitely I was immersed within the art world at a young age. My grandparents owned a flower shop growing up, so I would go all the time and help them with the designs. And then my father was from South Africa. So going over there as a young age, just seeing the colorful culture and the vibrant history, I really just took to color and design. And not that, I had paintings in my face, but just like what it made me feel and how I got attached to that. So just being exposed at a younger age, I decided, you know what, I'm going to, continue with the art world and kind of see what moves me. So I took tons of painting courses, and I did a lot of fashion because I loved fashion as well. But I went to the Trinity College here in Hartford and was a studio arts major. I got to go abroad in Florence just to have lots of experience. But after having kids, I kind of, I stopped working, and then went back into like my real love, my real roots of painting. And I kind of want everyone to know out there that's looking to potentially have an art career that you don't have. The one amazing thing about being creative and being an artist is that you really don't have to be stuck in one discipline. If you're a painter, you don't have to think, oh, I have to have art in a gallery. I mean, for me, I was able to get exposure. I did boards. I was I did the cheese boards. I've been able to yes. I have a painting on a beer can with the New Park Brewery. You really are able to make it more than just have to be in a gallery. You can, it's just there's no limitations really with our world.
And we can see that right behind you, Ashton. Thank you so much for taking the time to let us know about your work. We really do appreciate it. It looks beautiful.
So
absolutely. Thank you so much.
With us.